Little sippy.
Well,
Little sip. I'm so parched.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
Episode 14. What is going on, guys?
1 to the 4.
Wow.
What's going on, guys? My name is Harris. I'm here with my brother Nick.
Yes, I'm Nick.
and I'm Harrison.
You'd think I'd get used to doing this intro after a few episodes, but
no,
yeah,
we just 100% wing it every time.
We freestyle it, 100%.
So yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Episode 14.
Yeah,
we're 2 weeks.
It's been an absolutely crazy week for news. Like there has been.
Yeah, we're just super loaded with news.
There was a direct. There was a state of play. E3 happened early this year.
So Sony just surprised everybody. They're skipping the PS5 and going directly to the 6.
I, for one, was not surprised.
Xbox is the Series X is called just the Serious now. We're super serious, guys. Yeah, welcome to the show. We'll go and start off with what we've been playing this week. Nick, I'll let you go first this time.
Sweet, because I'm very excited to talk about what I've been playing. But before I do that, this is kind of like off topic, I guess. But given that not the Grammys, the Oscars just happened, and Parasite won like 4 awards, which I think was tied for the most awards winning at the Oscars. I think. But I went to see that this weekend, and I don't know if you heard about Parasite, Harrison. But the premise is it's like a lower class Korean family and living in like a half basement, like in this pretty shitty alleyway, and the son kind of gets an opportunity to tutor like a daughter in a rich family.
Yeah.
And then from there, it kind of goes a little nuts. They're like taking advantage of this family, kind of trying to step into their shoes completely.
Yeah.
And doing like all that they can to get as close as they can to this rich family. And then it kind of takes off from there. What's that?
The poor family? Yeah,
the poor family is pretty much trying to leech off of the rich family. It kind of goes
like a parasite.
Like a parasite, exactly like a parasite. But then it has like a classic turn, kind of like a Get Out turn.
Okay.
You've seen Get Out, right?
Yeah. Great movie.
It has that style of turn, like towards the end of the movie, where you're just like, what the heck? And it just gets completely crazy. I don't want to spoil anything because it's like a really, really good movie. But I'd recommend it if you wanted. If you were interested in it at all. It's completely in Korean and it's all subtitled.
Okay.
But I didn't really notice it during the movie.
I mean, that's like most Oscar-winning movies is like you haven't really heard of them before.
Yeah.
Like there's usually maybe one that but like the rest are like usually foreign films and stuff that you've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
That usually get the recognition, which is kind of crazy, but
it's kind of cool that those films kind of get a second life.
Yeah, that's usually how the Oscars goes. Is they usually give them to those films and stuff like that. But
yeah, but it was incredible, really good.
Well, I was glad to see Joaquin Phoenix win Best Actor for Joker.
Yeah, because he did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah, he killed it with the Joker.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier, but yeah, that movie is so good.
Oh yeah. And I realized I only see like movies that make me feel uncomfortable afterwards, like Parasite, Joker. I can't remember what else I've seen, but I was like, man, I need to start seeing like comedies in theater instead of just seeing like scary movies or super tense movies. Oh, like in Midsummer too. I don't know if you've seen Midsummer.
See that movie?
Dude.
Oh, I saw the other one that director made, what is it? I can't remember what it's called.
Was it a horror movie?
Yeah. It was the one right before he made Midsummer. Oh shoot, what is it called?
It was the director?
Yeah, it was the same director as Midsummer.
Oh
God, It's like the
I'm looking it up.
whatever.
It's Ari Aster, right?
Mm-mm.
Hereditary.
Hereditary. Yeah, that movie.
Okay.
You ever seen that movie?
No,
Oh my god, yeah. That movie is super creepy.
really.
Yeah, if you liked Midsummer, like
I don't know if I say I liked Midsummer.
yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't say I liked Hereditary. It's just
It was thrilling,
it's like
I
a horror
guess.
film. It's pretty disturbing
Mm-hmm.
in like every way possible.
Well, my problem with Midsummer is that like it never cut. Like in the moments where a horror movie or a tense movie
Usually
would normally
cuts.
cut,
Yeah,
like with the cliff scene.
yeah.
God, dude, it was in a movie where like I had to get up and walk out of the theater for a second.
Oh gosh.
It's like because it was getting near the end and like it was just not slowing down. I was like, man, I just need to step out for a second.
Yeah. Some movies are like that. Though. They like where normally horror movies cut. They don't.
Yeah, and a lot of horror movies like get a breather too. Like at
Yeah.
some points during the movie, but Midsummer just like once it started ramping up, it just didn't stop.
Yeah, that's kind of like Hereditary is.
Okay, I need to see it.
Once it happens, but it's very creepy. It's like a witch kind of movie. So like it's very, I don't know. It's very gross and
Mm-hmm.
it's good. It's really good though.
Does that have the kid from the Naked Brothers band
Maybe I don't know.
from that show on Nickelodeon with the two twin brothers, or not twin brothers, two brothers? He has a mole.
I don't know. It's got like it's just like a family,
Yeah,
like a daughter and like the son and whatever. But it's pretty
Okay.
good.
Gotcha.
Maybe, but
Yeah, see that.
Noodles said cats. What's going on, Noodles?
So man, I actually kind of wanted to see Cats.
God, that movie looks.
Just
I
the heck
remember
of it.
watching the trailer when it first. Oh, it looks so bad.
Yeah,
Just like all the amazing CGI effects we have, and it just looked horrendous.
Also, apparently, sorry, I'm like going completely off topic with this, but apparently, Sonic movie was like the best performing video game movie.
Really, I heard it was like actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I mean, like I hope it does well because like the entire internet trolled them into redoing it for 6 months, but
yeah. I hope something like that doesn't happen again.
yeah.
Like
But
the
kudos to
internet
the
bullying.
that Sonic they initially released was like
It was atrocious.
horrifying.
It really was nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it was pretty disturbing.
Yeah. Okay, so back to what this podcast is about. So I started Gears of War 5 or Gears 5. Not
Gears
there's
5,
no
yeah.
more war.
Nope, they're not at war anymore.
Not a war. Just Gears 5.
Gears are turning.
So we played Gears 4.
Yeah,
Like I remember we played through that together.
We beat it together. Yeah, I
It
remember.
was,
I think I gave you the code or something for it because they had. I was dumb enough and bought the $100 edition of Gears 4, and I got to play like 4 days early.
yeah.
So and I didn't get it that Friday or whatever. So they ended up sending me a code for it.
Mhm.
I think they maybe sent it to me Saturday, the day after, which is whatever. And then I think I ended up getting the game like that Tuesday or something. So after
Right.
that, I was like, I'm never gonna get a game early again like that. But
Yeah.
we played a co-op.
It was. I mean, I remember it being really fun, but I don't remember much about it.
It was a really good Gears game. It didn't do a lot different than the previous, but I think the Coalition was just trying to establish themselves as a developer for the Gears of War franchise since they took it over from Epic.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think they wanted to do stuff too much different just in case they messed it up.
They just wanted to make a Gears game.
Yeah, they want to make like a really solid Gears game, which
that's
really good.
And that might be why it's like it wasn't super memorable. Like it was good, but it wasn't it's not going to stick out. But like from the beginning of Gears 5, like
Yeah.
you could tell they were taking risks, and like there's that moment in Act 1 with like the Paramount moment with JD that happens. I don't want to spoil anything. I hope you
The one with
remember.
Kate? Oh, at the end of
At the end of Act 1, yeah. And then you have like Kate's whole story, which is like super interesting, and I'm really excited to see what happens with that. Like what the deal was with her mother. And then I'm at the end of Act 2, and I'm at the point where like the game kind of went open world and has all these side missions.
So you're
like,
in the ice area, right?
Yeah, with the skiff.
Okay. Cool.
And like it's just so cool. Like none of it's necessary. No. But it gives you some really good items. Like I just got something that it was like an attachment for Jack, where if you pulse enemies, you do 20% more damage. Yeah. And that was just from like a side mission.
Yeah, pretty much any side mission you find in those open world areas are all for upgrades to Jack. They're totally not necessary to get, but they're definitely good to get for the campaign. It definitely makes it a lot easier going forward.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, those open world parts are pretty awesome for what they are. I just wish there was more to do. And it is nice just to kind of like glide and, you know, kind of
take a breather
and take a breather from the fighting. Because then once you get to those areas, I mean, it's just like a normal like Gears level. Maybe just there was more to do or something within those open environments, and hopefully, you know, going forward with Gear 6, maybe they'll expand those. But I mean, I liked it for the most part.
And even with even though there's not a lot to do, when you get to these like side mission areas, they kind of change up the formula of the game a lot. So like one of them I did today was kind of like a stealth mission where you're trying to take out all these enemies one by one, like stealthily, and then you take on the berserker or whatever it's called. And then another one was kind of like a horde of enemies coming at you. Another one was you're fighting two of those like flying things, like the swarms of, not bees, but like the swarm things.
Oh, the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it gives you like a pretty big arsenal of weapons to use against them.
Yeah.
And you're fighting the DBs at the same time. So it kind of like, it changes up the formula of Gears in a good way, I think. Kind of just...
They definitely introduced some pretty cool enemies within
Gears
5.
Yeah, and then like breaking up the linearity of it kind of gives you a breath of fresh air. So I'm loving Gears 5. I wish I would have played it earlier.
Yeah, the combat's awesome. Like I've always like kind of loved the combat with the Gears games, like the kind of stop and pop kind of shooting and stuff. Yeah.
I think Gears has some of the coolest weapons too.
Oh yeah.
Like with the drop shot and the
torque bow.
Oh my god, the torque bow.
Yep. Yeah, it's a cool weapon.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And then like the Lancer is always fun to use, and then they have like the new or I don't know if it's new, I can't remember, but it's like the kind of like the single style assault rifle. That's fun to use.
Yeah, kind of like the DMR.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Like the marksman.
Like Boltoc's pretty strong.
Yeah, that one annihilates people.
But
and the what's the buzzkill, the one that shoots out the little saws.
Yep, that thing's awesome.
And then the mechanic where you can shoot the ice out from the from the swarm, but that's super cool.
I think I was playing maybe campaign with Adam one time for Gears 5. I think I was playing with Diego too, and we were shooting the ice, and Adam was like, "Whoa, I didn't even know you could do that!" Like I sat there and fought these guys. Well, you just shoot the ice, and it kills like the kind of the bigger enemies. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh man, the game thought of everything.
Yeah, Gears 5 is a really cool game.
Other than that, I downloaded the Fire Emblem DLC, the Cindered Shadows, which gives you like a fourth house. It's like 4 characters, and it's like in the Abyss, which is under Garrick Mach Ministry, which is like where the game takes place. There was like a 4th house hidden beneath somehow. I just played the first chapter of it. I'm enjoying it. I think I don't know if I'm in the mood for Fire Emblem. Like the maps take like an hour each, and if you lose a character and you're out of the Mila's turn wheel, then you have to restart the map, and it kind of gets frustrating with all of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I'll finish it. I think it's only like 7 or 8 chapters, which is a heck of a lot shorter than the main game. But I don't know. I think
is this the only DLC for Fire Emblem? They got more coming.
This is the only DLC.
Okay.
Or this is like they've put out like free updates that added I guess auxiliary missions, like smaller missions that are not like related to the story at all.
Yeah.
But this is the only story DLC that they're gonna have.
Okay.
And even this one's kind of like a disconnected story that doesn't reveal anything more about like the main story itself.
It's kind of surprising that they're only going to do one.
Yeah. I mean, I think
games usually take a while to make.
I think with Fates, they kind of learn not to split the player base too much. Because they should have included both of those routes in one game.
Yeah.
For with Fates, like Conquest and Birthright, they should have just lumped them. And then they have the third Revelations route, which just like combined both sides.
Yeah.
And I never played that just because I wasn't super interested in it. But it kind of like broke the game, kind of ruined the already bad story. So,
gotcha.
I don't know. I know you love hearing about Fire Emblem.
I've always been interested. I mean, I like the ones on the Game Boys.
I think those are still my favorite.
Back in the day, yeah, I used to love those games, but
yeah,
I don't know. I never got too into like the console edition versions.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's just crazy. They're only going to do one because usually those games. I mean, who knows when we'll see the next one?
It'll probably be a while before they do another one.
Yeah.
Who knows? But they need another Smash character though, so I need to make one soon.
Yeah, they need Fire Emblem, whatever. 27 more Smash characters.
Fire Emblem 4 apartments.
Decided to stop making Fire Emblem games, and we're just gonna make Fire Emblem characters for Smash.
We're gonna have a lot of lore behind them too. We're gonna write them a story, but it's just gonna be the characters for Smash.
Just the characters.
All sword users, of course.
Yeah. No axe.
Like Fire Emblem has such a broad, like such broad strokes of characters, and they pick all the sword users for Smash, and it's like a misrepresentation. Oh man, just put one lance user.
Sword character.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is just random. I swear.
What is this happening? Sword
character?
God.
Anything else you've been playing?
No, I've just been going completely deep into Gears 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've still been for those who have listened to last week's podcast, if you were able to listen to it without it being all glitchy and stuff, I do apologize about that. Don't know why that happened, but
bummer.
Yeah, beamer. But yeah, I am still, well, not really sick anymore, but I did have the flu at one point, and then it just kind of progressed into like a really bad headache, and then I was finally able to get that down, and I still wasn't like feeling super great, but I did play a little bit more Hollow Knight. I think I'm about 3 hours in now. That game really opens up when you get the map. When you get the map,
almost to a fault.
And then when you get like the little rune that you can actually see your character on the map, which is kind of weird that you have to acquire that. But
yeah,
because before I got that map, I was just like, I still had no idea where I was at, and then I got the rune, whatever, and finally unlocked it. And then I started figuring out where I was able to go, and then I fought my first couple of bosses and beat them, and then I got to the I think they're called the Greenlands or something like that.
Yeah.
There's like the one little, it's like the female character you're like following her. Ended up fighting her and beat her, and then I got her dash ability.
Nice.
I've kind of been stuck ever since. Like
on where to go, or
on where to go. I know there's like a key or something I can buy from the shopkeeper in like the main hub. But other than that, everywhere else, I don't think I can advance without either an upgraded ability or something. So I'm not really sure. So I'll keep digging away with that. But yeah, that game is super fun.
Yeah, and so the I think Hornet is the name of the character.
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah,
that's what I think that's the main character in the next Hollow Knight, Silk Song.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and like so the theme of the first Hollow Knight is kind of like traversing downwards.
Yeah,
into the depths, and the theme of the next one that's coming out is going to be you're going up.
Okay.
So that's kind of like I think her abilities kind of lend towards, traversing in the upwards direction.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, and that's why I saw that trailer, and I've had Hollow Knight for months and months now when I got it on sale, but I just never played it. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm definitely digging it so far.
Nice. Also, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off, but I forgot to mention I bought Division 2 because it was
$3.
Yeah, for $3, and then I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey because it was $15. I don't know when I'll play it. It might not even be until this summer or later this year.
I mean, you're kind of a good spot to play right now. There's not really anything out right now.
Yeah, I just yeah.
Gears 5 thing is like 10 hours maybe.
Really?
Like that, yeah.
Okay.
Like that's with like doing all the side quests and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's probably like the length of a standard Gears game. Yeah. Maybe like an hour or two longer.
Yeah. It's actually only 4 acts. It's not 5 like a normal Gears is.
So I'm about halfway through then. If I'm at the end of Act 2.
Yeah, because I thought there was gonna be 5, but there normally is, and then it ended, and I was like, oh. So, but yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm interested to see towards the end of the game what you think.
I can't wait to get to that point. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, it's a cool moment, and I don't know. You kind of don't expect it to be that moment, and then it happens, and you're like, oh god.
Because you have to make a choice of something, right? Like you
get like a choice of you press L or R, and then whatever choice you make, something happens, and then that's it. But it's pretty cool.
I'm excited.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been playing a little bit more Dragon Ball.
DBZ,
baby. I just hit 40 hours. Almost, I think I'm like 6 achievements off, maybe. I'm getting everything. Once I hit that, I'll probably be done until the DLC comes out. And then depending on what that is, I'll probably get it.
So they haven't announced the content yet?
I don't believe so. I know they're you can buy DLC, but they haven't announced exactly what it is yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that game's still a lot of fun.
So good.
So good, man. I'm still enjoying it. Yeah, I've been going through it's things called like villainous enemies. And they're like random. Well, not random, but they're in about 5 or 6 of in each area in the game, I guess. Like there's, I don't know, maybe 20 or so in the game, and there's in about 6 of those areas there's villainous enemies. And they're pretty much just upgraded forms of the enemies that you've been fighting.
Cool.
And every time you feed them all, like, because normally they're like just the robots or the random enemies that you've been fighting.
Right.
And sometimes depending on what area you go to, they might be 70 levels below what you are. So like they're super easy to kill. But once you fight them and stuff, you eventually like the main bad guys of the game will drop down or whatever. And and it's cool because the story mission or the story behind these villainous enemies is they actually bring it in from Xenoverse 2. So like the 2 characters that were created for that game end up coming to this game, and
that's cool.
You end up the last guy you fight, which I'm on now, is he's like a level 100 character or something. And you end up having to go and fight him. So it's pretty cool that they incorporated those enemies into this game.
Yeah,
it was pretty random, but
is 100 the max level?
I think so. Yeah.
And what are you?
I'm like level 95 right now.
Dang.
That's just with one character. No, you have like a ton of characters that you can level up and stuff. But
Wait, how many are there? How many characters are there?
Well, the main characters you can control. You can control Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, Piccolo, Future Trunks, I think Goten, and Kid Trunks.
Jeez.
So that's 7, I think, you can control. And then the rest you can have in your party. There's like 20 characters or so you can have in your party. And they all have like their different level and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main ones that I use is like Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, just because they're the strongest throughout the story. The rest of my characters are level 50, 60.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not super strong.
Do they... Is there like an XP share type thing where you level up all of your characters?
If you have those characters in your party, they'll usually gain levels faster than you will, just because they're usually a little bit weaker.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, everyone gets like XP share, so that's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just kind of making my way through that game. I probably got like at this point now I'll do this last mission, whatever, and then that'll
get you an achievement, right?
Yeah, and then I've got to do I've got to collect the Dragon Ball. There's like something for collecting the Dragon Balls like 10 times or something and using their wishes.
Times.
Yeah, I mean it's just more of time. Like it usually takes like 15 minutes to collect the Dragon Balls. They're not usually. You have like a little radar or whatever that you use, and it tells you exactly where they're at. So it's just more of a time thing than anything. That's not very, very hard. But I'll probably do that, and then I should be done with the game.
Nice.
But it's been a pretty fun game.
I'm glad you liked it.
And that is pretty much what I've been playing. I haven't been playing too much with me being sick and stuff.
Man, it's bad when you're too sick.
Yeah, I was gonna try to play more stuff, but like some days I just like it was just hard just to get out of bed.
Right.
So, but I've been feeling better.
Jeez. That's good.
We had 2 birthday parties that we had to go to this week, yesterday and today for our friends' kids. So I think.
How are those?
How
are those?
Oh, they're pretty good. We the one we went to yesterday was my friend Antoine. So he usually comes over on Saturdays, and we play Dragon Ball Z. But he's got it too, so we were playing a lot of fighters on yesterday. So
nice.
I love that game. It's so much fun.
Does he have Kakarot?
No, he doesn't have Kakarot. He doesn't play too much games.
Just a big fighter games?
Yeah, just a big like fighting game fan, whatever.
Gotcha. Nice.
But yeah, after I do Dragon Ball, I mean, I might.
What are you gonna do?
Hollow, and then probably maybe play a little bit. Try dive into Ori a little bit. I did see that they added Final Fantasy 15 to Game Pass.
Yeah, I might try it out.
I downloaded that, so I think I might try that a little bit. See how I like it. But
that's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't know if I'll actually like it or not, but I'll try it at least.
Right, just to see
how it is.
The game had so much hype behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked cool, but
yeah, I mean, I think people generally liked it.
Yeah, I think it was like generally met with positive reviews.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I've got it downloaded here, so I might check it out sometime this week and
gotcha.
See how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much been it for me.
Nice. You want to jump into the news?
Yeah.
The one news item we have. Yeah, so it's been pretty slow this week and really the past like few weeks.
I was just hoping, like by Thursday or Friday, I was just like, please let there be some sort of direct or something.
Yeah, like after Wednesday, I didn't have any hope because they announced like a day or two in advance. It's like that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, but the one piece of news we have is Quantic Dreams has ended their 10-year relationship with Sony. And for those of you who don't know, Quantum Dreams were the developers behind like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. What was it? The last one was Detroit Become
Yep, Become
Human.
Human.
So all like similar types of games.
Yep, very
Very,
choice
very.
heavy games.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, very choice heavy, like very like narrative driven.
Yeah.
I can't say I've played any of these,
I just like
but
I've seen a lot of these games being played. I just remember like the biggest thing from Heavy Rain was like I think you're going like through the mall or something and you lose your son, and like he's got I don't know, he's got some sort of like they're supposed to be like from like the US or whatever, where they have like heavy like I don't know, like
accents.
some sort of like French accent or something. It just I don't know, it just sounds very funny.
Wait, but they're from the U.S.
But they're supposed to be from the US, but the voice actors are clearly not.
Why didn't they just? Okay.
I don't know. But
And
yeah, I
these are
mean
the main characters.
yeah. So it's like these games are very choice heavy. I don't know if they're actually reviewed super well.
I thought Detroit was
Yeah,
reviewed well,
I
but
think they
I don't
reviewed
think.
okay. They haven't ever been something that I don't know. It's never been like a great first party kind of exclusive thing going on with Sony. That it's like kind of one of those
Yeah,
you gotta buy it situations.
yeah. I think Sony probably liked having them around.
Yeah, I mean they're probably good like to have added to their library, but
Kind of diversify their
yeah,
portfolio of games they have, but
yeah, they've never been like 10 out of 10 style games
right.
that kind of
And
like Sony's used to with their platform.
but Quantic Dreams is probably at a place now where they can go independent and still have the same reputation. Like
Yeah,
they could
I
just say
mean,
from the makers of Detroit Become Human, and people are
yeah.
like, "Oh, cool."
It depends. I mean, they won't have that Sony money anymore. So who knows what kind of
Yeah, they
game
won't be able to pour resources into
who
their
knows if they'll be able
games.
to kind of or maybe they'll do something a little bit lighter as far as funds go. Maybe.
Right. We'll
But
see.
I don't know. We'll see.
Uh,
I mean, could be cool.
yeah.
Could be cool. I did watch. I think it was on IGN. I watched a little bit more of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, kind of like extended demo that they were showing.
Mm-hmm.
I still just I don't know, kind of on edge about it. Just
Yeah.
did you ever play
I
the
did.
demo?
I actually did. I played it this week.
Okay,
I didn't finish it. I just like popped it open
yeah,
on the train.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
That's all I can say. It's okay.
yeah,
They could have done a lot more with it,
yeah.
especially.
I don't know. I think that game. I think one of the big. I really do think that one of the biggest criticisms of the game is it being $60.
Yeah, it should
I
be
think it was
30.
30, $20 maybe.
I don't
Um,
know. The controls are just so funky too.
it is very weird. It is very
It's like
weird.
it's not really responsive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like super fast paced, but then I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
It
So
feels like a mobile like a DS game.
yeah, it really does. So I think it'll be okay. I really do think people's biggest criticism is going to be that it's really expensive for what it is.
Yeah.
But we'll
I
see.
don't know. I just hope that like this isn't the big game they have planned for after Animal Crossing. Like I really hope they have really hope Nintendo has more than
Yeah,
a remaster of a 20-year-old game or
yeah. I mean,
15.
Animal Crossing comes out after this, so I think Mystery Dungeon comes out March 6th.
Oh, and then Animal Crossing comes out
Yeah,
like the
the
week
end of
after that.
March.
Oh, end of March.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of it for Nintendo. I think as of right now that we know,
They have.
and they're gonna obviously announce stuff for later on, but
I mean, they have like that Xenoblade Chronicles remaster.
yeah, I don't know.
They have other stuff, but I can't think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got like Metro Prime and Bayonetta 3 coming out, but who
God.
knows when that kind of stuff will come out or when they'll show it off or something.
Yeah. Who
So,
knows? I've lost hope in hearing about them. It's not happening until it does, in my eyes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. That game just, I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna buy it day one for sure.
No way.
But I'm curious to see how it does.
Yeah, super curious to see how well it does.
Yeah. Any other kind of news things you want to talk about, or anything else you want to talk about before we get into the topic?
Not really, man. I'm hoping something happens this week.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get like some sort of direct or something.
Right.
I think that's. I mean, gosh.
I know we've been talking about this every week, but
I know Sony. If they're gonna do like a big announcement before E3, I mean, they've got to give, websites and media outlets probably like a week in advance at least. Get book tickets and all that stuff to wherever they're gonna have the show. So for them to do, I don't see them doing just like a random, like, direct style presentation for their announcement for the PS5 or whatever.
No.
Obviously with Nintendo, they can just be like, hey, there's a direct in 2 days and it's going to be, 25 minutes long, blah, blah, blah. This is what we're talking about. So, I mean, that's a possibility at any point during the week.
Right. But with PlayStation, it's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're like, hey, Friday we're doing this. And then obviously, I mean, if you're a media outlet for a video game, you're going to drop whatever you got to do and get to this event.
Hey, maybe they do reveal the PS5 in a state of play. I mean,
maybe they might. I mean, who knows?
I mean, do they need a big conference hall to do it with?
I mean, no. But I mean,
unless they want to demo it.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like conferences, even though like for someone like us who are just at home, it doesn't really make a difference. But
yeah,
it's still pretty cool to like hear the fans' reactions live, whatever. Because usually you can hear them going like "whoop," So I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get.
And the conversation around it's always fun. Just the weeks leading up to like E3.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing all the leaks, the fake leaks that are coming out about everything.
Or the real leaks.
It's usually mostly fake. Yeah.
But you want to take like a little bit of a break here?
Yeah.
Before we jump in. All right.
No worries.
Guys, welcome back. We're going to jump into the topic of the week, which is our favorite console exclusives.
Yeah, specifically for the Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and the Wii U. The greatest console of all time.
Greatest console.
Yeah, so we'll just you want to start with the Wii U since that one is
yeah, we'll start with that one.
That one's long gone. So I wrote down a list of all the major exclusives that came out. I'm just gonna fire them off. So yeah, Pikmin 3, Twilight Princess HD, Super Mario Maker Super Mario Maker, and then Super Mario 3D World.
Great game.
Wind Waker HD, Star Fox Zero, Zombie U, Splatoon, Nintendo Land, and Mario Kart 8. So that's like when you're looking at it, that's a pretty good list.
Yeah, I mean, like the Wii U got like crapped on for being the Wii U and just being one of the worst announced consoles of all time.
Yeah,
but that's saying they had a lot of great games. I mean, and you look at like Splatoon that came out.
Super Mario Maker was like
Maker, which is
really innovative. Super Mario World 3D.
Yep, I mean that game was
3D
awesome.
World.
3D World was awesome. I mean,
yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I played a lot of 3D World on the DS, 3DS. And that game was really cool. So to see that kind of expanded on into more of like a 3D,
like actually 3D environment.
Yeah, that game was super cool. I really liked that game. What it is. It's not like. The only reason that game got crapped on was because it wasn't like a new Mario game that people were expecting. It wasn't like
a new idea.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a Galaxy 3 or some sort of like.
Well, it wasn't like a Galaxy or like a Sunshine
Yeah.
that like changed up the formula in a big way.
Yeah, it wasn't like
a solid
proper. I mean, it was really cool. Like I thought it was a great Mario game, but yeah, it wasn't like I can see where people are coming from, where it wasn't like a proper 3D Mario game that people are kind of used to.
It wasn't an Odyssey.
Yeah, well, it wasn't an Odyssey.
Yeah,
but also, I don't know. Did you played Hyrule Warriors, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot that one. Yeah, I played Hyrule. I played a lot of Hyrule Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I did not expect to love that game as much as I did.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody did. It was super cool. I definitely really liked that game.
Because I liked playing Dynasty Warriors with you on like the PS2, but other than that, like I never really played any of those types of games.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge like the Switch and the Wii U because like a lot of the really good Switch games are the ports from the Wii U. So like Breath of the Wild was like on Wii U, but it was also on the Switch. So it's like,
right.
I mean, obviously,
yeah, I guess then you have Breath of the Wild for the Wii U.
Yeah,
but that's not. I guess I don't know. It's like that's not an exclusive because it was also on the Switch, but
yeah, but like
I think of it as a Switch exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people think of it that way, but like most of like the great Wii U games have been to the Switch now. I mean, other than like Pikmin.
Pikmin 3
hasn't been on the Switch yet. That was a really cool game.
That was,
but that's also been
super innovative.
Yeah, they also ported that to like the PS4 and Xbox as well.
Right.
Which I think it's better for the Switch or for the Wii U just because like it adds a lot more intensity. But I think, I mean, just what Splatoon did when that game came out. Like I remember you brought that over, and like that game alone convinced me to go out and buy a Wii U because I loved it that much. Like it was such like just such an awesome experience and like a fresh experience.
Yeah. Like I kind of bought it on a whim.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about it. Like, but man, that can't like just so pretty. Like I know that's
so pretty.
Said a lot about games, but like that one is like truly like just like the colors like pop, and you're literally coloring a map.
Yeah, I mean it was like one of those games where you don't worry about kills. I mean, obviously those are important, but like, I mean, it's just you're just trying to cover a map.
Right. So anyone can play it.
Yeah.
No matter your skill level.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're not very good at all, like everyone can just kind of aim at the ground and, cover the map with their paint.
Right.
But yeah, between that and then obviously Splatoon 2 coming out, I mean, those games are super great.
I need to get back into Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I've played a ton of Splatoon 2.
Yeah. All right. So can we agree Splatoon is?
Yeah, I think as revolutionary as it was. I mean, games like obviously Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, the remakes. It was really nice seeing Zelda in HD. That was cool. But yeah, for what Splatoon did, I think that definitely kills it for the Wii U.
For sure. Nice. All right, what do you want to get to? You want to get a PS4 next?
Yeah, let's do PS4.
Okay. So here are the ones I wrote down. Feel free to add any. But Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Bloodborne, Death Stranding, Uncharted 4, Shadow of the Colossus. I couldn't think of any more.
Oh. Shadow of the Colossus. I think that's about everything, right?
I feel like there is more that I'm not thinking of. But I mean, those are the pretty big ones.
Yeah.
Because The Last of Us doesn't count because that one was
Noodle said Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've still got to go back and get back. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably go back and finish that game.
You didn't finish Spider-Man?
No, I started it and then I don't know. I think I didn't fall off. I think I started playing Dragon Ball and then there's some other stuff I was playing as well. But yeah, I need to go ahead and dive back into that game because that game was really, really, really fun.
Gotcha.
I actually did. And I was gonna play it over the weekend, but we had this birthday parties and stuff to go to. But I watched Into the Spider-Verse, like the cartoon version on Netflix, whatever. That movie was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely
sweet.
made me want to go back and play. But yeah, Spider-Man was pretty good. Yeah, man, Bloodborne when that first came out.
Yeah,
Man, that game,
Bloodborne. I think I played through like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that game is awesome.
Yeah,
like, the whole, I don't know, like just so good, man.
Complete loss for words. Just
yeah, I mean, just I'm trying to think of like the style, like the
the gothic style, I guess.
The gothic, like steampunkish style, kind of.
Yeah, Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how like every weapon had like a dual ability, and you could do it in combat. Like, so good.
And there's so many weapons too.
Yeah.
And like some of them are garbage, but they could all be used in like an advantageous way.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on how good you are with them.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good boss fights too.
Yeah.
Like the first boss you fight, like the werewolf guy, like he was pretty tough for the first time.
What's his name? Gascon? Something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I remember. I put the first.
Then he turned into the werewolf, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to throw like the fire bombs at him.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I played it was with you when we were recording those videos.
Mm.
I suck so bad at it.
Yeah, it takes a good while to get into it. Like, especially going from Dark Souls, like how like slow and like methodic you have to be with those games, and dodging. Like that game is just, I mean, obviously it's not as fast as like Sekiro or whatever, but like they're still pretty fast games.
And there's the mechanic where like if you get hit, you can get your health back by hitting the enemy.
It's like risk
so it encourages
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that game was so cool, and I still cannot believe they haven't made a second one. But
I don't know where that is
in
the timeline. But I'd say if I didn't choose that one, which I think I am, I'd choose God of War.
Yeah, God of War is such a surprise because like when they announced it, and they had like that initial reveal, whatever.
Right.
When Kratos has got his kid or whatever, and like the mom has already died, and you're already you're putting her to rest, whatever, and then you go on the mission or whatever to I think you're spreading her ashes or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, that God, like, I mean, because God of War 1 through 3 is so, they're awesome games, but like Kratos is such like a one-note character that he's just always screaming, and
he's just like a badass.
He's just a badass that, I accidentally killed my wife and kid, blah blah blah. And he's just such a one-note screaming character that is like you don't really care about him, in a way that you should, like as a main protagonist,
right?
Of a really long series of video games, but yeah, once you get once you get to the God of War and like the perspective change, like it's over the shoulder pretty much, and they kind of drop like the whole kind of like drop down view of the game. Like
it's like immediately more intimate.
Personal. It's you don't as far as cutscenes go, I don't think you ever. I think it's all in the perspective of that third person. Like
it never cuts.
It never cuts. So it just adds like a really cool perspective towards the game. Story is really awesome. Like the Norse mythology is super cool, and they tie it into like Greek mythology, I think, pretty well. Like I was kind of confused on how they were going to do that, because like, okay, obviously there's a million different gods in these kind of games.
Yeah.
How are they going to how are they never heard of these other gods? But they kind of like tie it in like a really nice way.
And they tied it pretty well.
And then
the relationship between him and his son. It's like one of my favorite character dynamics.
Yeah, and then like I guess we'll spoil God of War here, but so spoilers. But yeah, once he realizes that he's a god, like he's like a kid. He's like, I'm untouchable, and I can kill anything now. Like, it was a really cool moment. And like, at first, like he's pretty annoying about it, and then he kind of like grows on you, and then kind of, realizes after he gets sick and stuff. And then like once you realize that you have to go back to Kratos' house and get his Blades of Chaos, that moment is one of the coolest moments in video games, because you don't know if it's ever going to happen. And then I think you get like kind of a glimpse. Like I think you go to some sort of world or whatever. It's like an ice world. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it's fire world. There's like vines covering this one area, so it was like you need some sort of weapon with fire. And I was like, are they gonna? Is this gonna happen? And then eventually, like it does, and it's just such a sweet moment.
Yeah, I will say the axe is one of the coolest weapons I've ever used
being able to
in the
like
game.
throw it and bring it back to you and stuff. Yeah, it was
freaking like, incredible.
The gameplay was absolutely awesome. Like it was just a great game.
Yeah.
But obviously, Uncharted 4 was very awesome. I think it was a very nice way of ending.
Nathan.
I don't know if Uncharted series is done, but yeah, as far as Nathan Drake goes, it was a nice way of ending him without killing him. Obviously,
yeah.
It was a really nice moment with his family and stuff. And then, but yeah, there wasn't anything. I can't remember.
It wasn't anything like new
about the game. It was just another great edition of Uncharted. I think it was probably the best one of those games for sure.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
I also thought it was a little bit too long. Like it kind of overstayed its welcome just a little bit.
It dragged a little bit.
Yeah, and then
I think all of them do.
Yeah, honestly. And then, like the last boss fight was kind of like you were fighting the
on the ship
at the end. Not good. I don't know. It's hard to do boss fights in a game where you literally murdered like 5,000 people up until that point. So it's like
it's like what was it? The sword fight with the
it was like a sword fight. So but it was still good. It was a nice way to end Nathan Drake's story. So,
but Bloodborne,
man, I don't know. That game's awesome. But
yeah,
Horizon was good too. I definitely enjoyed that story.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I like paid enough. I don't know. I wasn't like so invested in Horizon.
Yeah.
As I should have been. But
it was a cool way to figure out like, it was obviously the humans. Humans are the reason why. And they created the robots, and then the robots ended up like, attacking the creators and this and that. And kind of like the normal story of how robots go. It was a cool game.
And then Death Stranding I still need to play more of.
Yeah.
So
Death Stranding seems cool.
Yeah. I'd say for me it'd be Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'm stuck between that and like God of War. Like God of War was just such a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Bloodborne.
But Bloodborne, bro.
So like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a level that I didn't like in that game. There's always like a certain level within those games I just did not like. I think towards the end, when like you started fighting the monsters with like the eyes on their heads, and like they could do like the curse damage to you.
Yeah, any type of curse damage that like insta kills you is really annoying.
But yeah, that game was pretty good.
Yeah, incredible bosses.
So Xbox One, so just had Gears 5 as an exclusive, and that's it. Gears 5 wins.
Just Gears 5. No, they had Halo 5, Gears 4, Gears 5, Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that game.
Cuphead, I guess you can't count anymore. Same for Ori.
Yeah.
Master Chief Collection doesn't really count, and then Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, I still want to go back and play because apparently they've added like a ton of stuff to it.
Yeah, I don't, but it sounds. But tell me how it is.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, Halo Master Chief was. I was so hyped up for that game, and then you just could not find a game. You could not find a match.
Yeah, it's broken.
I mean, granted, they were running like 7 engines at once or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was before they added Reach and ODST.
So it was just 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it was kind of mind-boggling that that Microsoft would release like a super broken Halo game.
Yeah,
But they did. So
and that sucked. Like that was so disappointing.
Yeah, it was super disappointing. I mean, they've got it corrected now, and it seems like it's. I mean, I've played it.
It's doing well.
So it's where it should be. But
Yeah.
but yeah, Gears 4. I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, that was a pretty solid Gears game for what it was. Gears 5 is obviously an awesome Gears game.
Mm-hmm.
Still didn't. I mean, they didn't do something too different than what we've kind of been expected with Gears. In Halo 5, obviously, I mean, that multiplayer was so much fun, but the campaign was not
great.
Yeah, it was not great, and that's kind of like been the swan song for Halo 5.
I don't know, man. It doesn't. When you compare Xbox exclusives to PS4, it's just.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I like PS4 as kind of won this generation as well, just because obviously it was cheaper at launch, but then also just the games have been like pretty awesome for the most part. I mean, you have stuff like Days Gone, which I still need to play that I bought, but
I didn't even add that one to the list. But that's good.
But yeah, something like that where I mean that was the first party exclusive, but it just wasn't super great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if
pretty much just Gears and Halo for well, and Sunset Overdrive is a really, I mean, I don't think it performed very well, but that game was. Did you play that? Didn't you?
I loved it.
Yeah, that game was awesome. That was a super great game for what it was.
Good mix between Tony Hawk and
definitely
like an action game.
Tony Hawk vibes to it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I finished that game. But yeah, that game was good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I feel like I kind of want to choose Gears 5, even though I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah. Noodles was talking about Scalebound, that canceled Platinum game that we were talking about last week.
Hopefully, we'll see some more of that at some point.
Yeah, maybe they'll buy the rights to it and end up releasing it on their own. But I mean, that game looked pretty cool.
It looked really promising.
It was weird, like with like the dude wearing the headphones, but I mean, it looked cool. Looked promising for what it was, but yeah, I'd probably go with, for an overall package, I would probably go Gears 5 just because, I mean, the campaign's really good. And the multiplayer is pretty solid for what it is.
Yeah, I think I might jump into the multiplayer.
Yeah, they kind of dropped, like, Gears 4 had a lot of like loot box kind of crap in it, and Gears 5 just kind of dropped that kind of stuff.
Nice.
I think it may still be in there, but I feel like it was really annoying in Gears 4. But
yeah,
hopefully next gen, and I think they will, with them acquiring all these studios and stuff, with just Microsoft having better first party stuff, because I think that's kind of what really
that was their downfall.
Yeah, they just didn't really have like great stuff. I mean, they had Cuphead, which was like a really good platformer.
That's not a system seller.
Yeah, it's not a system seller. Like you're saying, it came out for the Switch, and then Ori is also another game. And I'm pretty sure Ori and the Will of the Wisp is going to be exclusive for a little bit, and then it might. I mean, I'm sure it'll eventually come out to the Switch, but who knows how long it'll be after that. But
probably like a year at least.
Yeah, probably at least maybe they'll do like the definitive edition or whatever.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, I think that's was Microsoft's big downfall this gen, was just
not enough quality titles.
Yeah, they had some decent stuff, but it was just like Gears, Halo,
just more of what they've had before, you know.
Yeah, just more stuff. There wasn't like a ton of like, I mean, other than Uncharted. Well, I mean, I guess God of War 2, but like
that was a complete
God of War was like a complete
overhaul.
overhaul. And then you had, The Last of Us come out.
Horizon.
That came in. That was the end of the PS3's life cycle, but then they released it for the PS4, obviously.
Yeah.
But they've had a ton of like really awesome, just first party stuff over the past generation. It's been really good.
Yeah. Like really original stuff too.
But yeah, Noodles, you're right with the Game Pass and their cross platform stuff. I mean, they've killed it, and that's that's kind of been what we've been talking about over the last couple weeks. Anyways, is like Microsoft is headed to more in the direction of just getting their games on everything versus just the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, with the Game Pass, I mean, the Game Pass is such an incredible value that I mean, we were just talking about earlier, adding Final Fantasy 15 to it, but like just having, I mean, just thinking a year or so, whenever they start announcing their first party stuff, like all that stuff will be coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
for free.
So you'll buy the Xbox Series X and you'll be getting all these games for free.
Yep.
Well, essentially for free.
Yep. So I mean, you'll pay your $15 a month or whatever it is for Live and Game Pass plus all these really great games.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's definitely
it's a hard offer to say no to in comparison to buying every game that comes out on PlayStation.
And that's why, like, I don't know, at launch I'm kind of torn because, I mean, obviously, I guess not obviously, but like, I mean, I've always kind of purchased Xbox platform first, and gotten the PlayStation kind of over time, mainly because with Xbox I play, your Call of Duties and like your other multiplayer kind of stuff with my friends on Xbox, and then PS4, 3, whatever is just for like the first party stuff because that worth it just to have it for that. But I mean, at launch, I mean, depending on what they're going to announce, I mean, there might be some really nice quality launch titles for PS5 as well.
Yeah, you never know.
So I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Depending on like, I was reading something earlier this week that it costs $450 to make the PS5.
$450 to make it?
To make it, yeah. So I mean,
so it's probably going to be over 500 then.
Yeah, it's probably going to be. I don't know. I mean, it might.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, usually with consoles, like developers or manufacturers don't make their money for a while. Like they usually are
because cost of production will go down.
Yeah, it'll go down over time after they perfected it and stuff like that. But, so yeah, usually they don't make money going forward. Usually it takes them a little bit, but
yeah, I think the Switch was not the Switch. Maybe the Xbox was selling at a loss at first.
Yeah.
Or the Xbox One was.
They generally do sell at a loss for a little bit, and then after they
just
after it depends on like tariffs and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Obviously all these parts are manufactured across seas, but we'll see. I mean, gosh, I mean, I know we're talking about this last week, but I just can't imagine paying over $600 for a console.
Yeah, but that might be the world we're looking into soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see by May or June, right?
Yeah.
When's E3? June. Okay.
Normally.
So I mean, we may know something sooner. I think we'll definitely know. Oh, I don't know, because I think Sony was. I think it's dependent on I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Surely we'll know something before June.
We'll see who shoots first.
Yeah. I think 500 is a good price.
Yeah, I think that's a comfortable price.
Yeah. 600 is pushing it, but I mean, I can understand why they're that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, it's a good value proposition too, because everything you own is going to be backwards compatible, and all your controllers are going to be able to go forward.
So there's probably some good trade-in deals.
Yeah, I mean, so
PS4, Xbox One.
I mean, I generally don't go nuts with the controllers. Like I have 2 Xbox controllers, 2 PS4 controllers.
Yeah.
So those will be able to use going forward. Obviously, we'll get a new kind of controller with the new consoles, but at least we don't have to double dip triple dip into like controllers if you need to. At least you can use what you got. And of course, it's exciting to kind of use the newer thing. But
right.
I mean, as far as the Xbox controllers goes, I think it's pretty much perfect. I mean,
yeah, they've kind of nailed the design of it.
Yeah, I mean,
the ergonomics of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much exactly what I want. I still want like a Series 2 Elite.
Yes.
I definitely want one of those, especially knowing that it can go forward.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty nice controller. I mean, the PS4's controller is nice. I just like that
the offset
different angled
sticks.
offset sticks more than I do, on the same line or whatever. But it's still a nice controller as well. But
yeah, definitely the best PS4, best PlayStation controller.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're definitely the best of what they can be at the moment. So, So we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely excited for what gets announced and all that good stuff. I like the design of the Series X right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it
looks cool.
Really nice, like high quality.
Looks like a PC.
Yeah, it looks like a PC. Looks very fancy. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have some sort of really good news to talk about.
Right. Yeah, we're itching for it, if you can tell.
Yeah. All right, I think that we're going to wrap up the show here. If you want to send any questions or comments or anything like that, you can send it over to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com.
What is it?
That's gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com.
Nice.
And you can send any sort of questions you got, any sort of like topics that you want us to talk about for the topic of the week. Send us any questions regarding anything, TV shows, movies, whatever. It doesn't have to be about gaming necessarily. We can save any of that stuff for the end of the show. Appreciate everyone that's been watching, that's been listening, and we will catch y'all on the next episode.
See y'all next week.
Later.
Later, everybody.